We're happy to be here. Welcome everybody with Luce, who is, well, this is an amazing name. Luce means light. So Sunlight Academy, it's an amazing name to introduce your coaching perspective, your coaching model, and yes, your personal touch in presenting it. So I'll give you all the space for that.
Thank you, and thanks to all my colleagues, my peers that are here attending my presentation. Do you see my screen? Hello?
Yes, we can. We were able to see that before
Okay,
very well. So just
okay. Sorry, it was like because for some reason I'm not sure. Can you hear me?
yes, and we can
Okay,
see
sorry.
you,
There was
and that's perfect. I mean, we can
There
see
was a
you.
little glitch in my audio, so I couldn't hear you for a second. So thanks to everybody. So I'm presenting my coaching model that feels like such a milestone. It's the magic mirror. And this model has been inspired from an article that is available on our platform, which is titled From Under the Veil by Michael Brazel. And it's been inspired by a lot of Christina's notes on my assignment during my training, and also, I guess, by my love for organization as a tool for change and for improvement. So this is the inspiration for my model. So clients seek our partnership when they want to act in the pursuit of a change that is driven by an intrinsic need. They desire to achieve some personal or professional goal, an objective. Maybe they want to prepare for a new phase in their lives, or expand their horizons, or maybe just build a path towards a more fulfilling life. And in my model, these outcomes are symbolized by the outfits that express the prospects, the desires, the dreams, the results of the transformation that our clients are aiming for. And let's say these are the ideal scenarios, who they want to become at the end of these, let's say, transformations, and having, let's say, faced the challenges that lay ahead of them. Coaching is founded on partnership. It's a relationship that the coach co-creates with the client. And this partnership, this special relationship, is built on values, it's built on competencies, and on ethical principles. And in this relationship, trust is fundamental, because clients somehow welcome us into their lives. They share a lot with us, and they really welcome into their world. And in my model, this is somehow symbolized, represented by the client, which is this little figure here, wrapped up in the safety bubble that has been co-created with the coach. And they welcome us into their life, and they show us their outfits, what they already have. And I will shortly explain what these outfits represent and what they mean. And as I said, as coaches, we co-create with safety bubble, which is a protected space, and a space where the clients can trust us, where they can feel at ease, when they can feel protected. And we create these with the competencies by adhering to the ethical code of ICF, and also by providing a very, very clear communication with our clients. And one of the benefits of coaching that has appeared immediately really evident to me is the fact that, in this partnership, it means that clients can, let's say, appreciate our presence. They are not alone. They are facing change with the support of a person, which is us, is the coach. And the coach is an expert in change, is a change specialist. But at the same time, this change specialist is not giving directions, is not imposing anything, is not giving any suggestions, is actually empowering the clients to take ownership of their journey. And then we get back to the model and why I have created, let's say, this model and titled this model is like we act as a mirror. We act as a mirror for our clients, but we are a special mirror. It's a mirror that doesn't just reflect the present. It also allows clients to see their desire fulfilled. It allows them to see in a different way, to see what is possible also above and beyond what they thought, it could happen, or what they thought they could achieve. Because this is one of the, in my opinion, very distinctive aspects of coaching. We become a mirror, but is a mirror that, as I said, is magic, broadens possibilities, widens horizons. And in the next slide, we kind of get to why I'm using outfits, besides the fact that I have, I love clothes. The outfits in my presentation, they represent the beliefs, the unseen talents, the gift, the skills, the insights, the experience that our clients have. And as coaches, we do know that they have plenty of these. Our clients have plenty of resources. Whatever is their goal, getting back to one of the first slides in which we saw the possible, let's say, outcomes of a coaching journey, we know that our clients are perfectly equipped. They already have all they need to go on this journey and to reach their objectives. However, some of these, talents, narratives, skills that they have, they might be kind of like congealed into narratives, like the same way we combine clothes, always the same way, always the same jumper with the same jeans, with the same shoes. So we use our talents somehow always in the same way. And at the same way, some of our talents, some of our habits, they're also somehow, some of our talents, they're also stuck into habits. Like the same way we might always wear, clothes that are a certain color because we know that they kind of like all go together, and and this way it just works with us, and so we don't kind of bother changing our frame of mind. Does this resonate with you? Is this something in which you recognize yourselves? Lydia says absolutely.
And what is your experience about what Luce is sharing, especially about this idea of narratives related to words, related to concepts and habits? Lydia is writing, that's why I work with the stylist, personal shopper, to expand awareness on how to dress. Yes, and I mean, this is a representation not about clothes only, but about the narratives on we have, Luce is like presenting the fact that we have a lot of assets in our drawers, in ourselves, and we can combine them. We can create new narratives with what we have. So how does this resonate with you as coaches?
That sometimes we are really kind of like, we have so much more. We forgot about our talents. We forgot about, things that we own, things that we can do. We forget about our own power. We forget about our creativity, and we kind of like we kind of get stuck a little bit. So proceeding with my model, we go to the agreement phase in a coaching process. And the agreement is really important because it clarifies what the client wants. But this clarifying goes above and beyond what is like the goal that we were talking about before. Because it goes into who they want to become, who they want to be, which part of themselves they really want to express, who they want to become somehow, who they aspire. And so that is why I also chose the old saying, cloth maketh the man, but who they want to be, which person do we want to make, which person do we want to become. And as is my background, as you might know, is in arts, I chose as a goal, as an ideal, let's say, not just anymore an outfit, or a goal as it was in our first slide, but I've chose a painting to express really which part of ourselves, which part of our personality, which part of which part the client wants to express, wants to give air to, wants to give space to, by choosing to pursue this goal in their coaching process. And I would like also to leave a question for you here for at the end of the presentation, and I would like to ask you, which part of yourself have you decided to express when you decided to become a coach? Which part of you were you pursuing to give air and space to? So another distinctive aspect of coaching that is really important for me, besides partnership, as I said before, is clarity. I've noticed in my experience that even just through the first session, just the explorative session in a coaching partnership, clients gain so much clarity already, and this is an incredible value that is offered by coaching. But what happens during a coaching session? During a coaching session, coaches ask questions, and these questions facilitate clients in exploring their resources, what they have, and what is available, and their talents, their skills, their gifts. But also, coaches might challenge the clients, kind of like inviting them to combine them in a different way, inviting them to consider, like, again, different combination, different, let's say, in my example, let's say styling solution, different jumpers, or something completely different, like a dress instead of something else. And this allows the client to break away from old narratives, create new association, and allowing for a truer, deeper expression of themselves, of their capabilities, and to also freely manifest their goals. Because really, through this process, clients often, see themselves, like they see themselves in this mirror, which is, what happens in coaching. But in this magic mirror, they saw different versions of themselves, different possibilities of whom they can be. They see themselves imagining different futures, different perspective, different goals. And in these, the clients partners with them, listens to them, observes them, and as I said, might challenge them, but is always present with them. Coaches also create space for the client to just be. Silence, give clients the chance for silence. That allows clients to actually ponder on their own thoughts, to listen on their own thoughts, to evaluate what they think, what they really think, to get acquainted with the new thoughts that are emerging. And coaches, in this mirroring, in this magic mirroring, that is the way that I see coaching and the partnership, they also reflect to the client what is not said, their expression. It might be the body language, might be their silences, all the nonverbal communication. And these, again, allows the clients to deepen their awareness, to see themselves, and to continue evolving along the coaching session. As we proceed with the coaching session, clients also gain awareness, and the coaches acknowledge the awareness that is created. So the client now sees in this mirror, let's say, these new ideas, realizes that something new is being created, that there are different ideas, talents might be used in a different way, that there is a a system behind their choices, that there is a system, let's say, influencing their choices, and they might decide to act on this system, to consider it in a different way. And along, the coaching relationship, they create awareness, which in my model is represented by, a box or a specific place where you decide to keep your favorite clothes, and which you've marked like, okay, these are the good ideas. This is what I need now. These are the talents that I really want to rely on. Favorite outfits that they might want to keep handy, or just, I don't know, your favorite slippers that are very comfortable. And it doesn't mean that you somehow in coaching have to throw away. And was one very enlightening observation that Christina left in one of my assignments. It doesn't mean that, you are throwing away anything. It's just that it might not serve you the best right now. It might not be what you need now, what you need for the goal at hand. So you kind of simply reorganize your awareness, your habits, your thoughts, your belief in order to be in the best shape, let's say, to fulfill your goal. And it doesn't mean that you have to let go of anything that you once were, for instance. It's not like some sort of choice that, forces on the clients, or that forces the clients to operate on themselves some sort of like violent change. Is a soft, delicate change. It's a growth. At the end of the coaching session, there is also the part in which the clients make plans in which they think how to actually test and experiment with this awareness that they have gained during the session, and they go on and really experiment what happens, after the coaching conversation in somehow symbolized here the real world, or the world outside of the coaching conversation, outside of the safety bubble. Not that in fact, the coaching is less real than the real world. In fact, it is maybe even more real in a way. And then at the end of the session, there is the celebration. The coach celebrates the successes of the coachee. And it is also very important because this way the coachee kind of like realize all the work that they have done, and they also that they can introduce celebration somehow in their lives, that, and that is so important. And that is also something that I have learned myself in becoming a coach, in training to become a coach. And then what happens? After basically a coaching process, what happens is that clients have actually somehow reorganized their clothing into new narratives. Narratives are the way we kind of make sense of what happens around us. And at the end of the coaching process, of the coaching conversation, clients have organized, and created new associations of their talents, of their ideas, or their beliefs that they didn't use before, and they've created new habits. They are like, keeping what they want to use for now very handy. They have like, they remember, things and that maybe they forgot about. They have discovered new talents that they want to keep handy. They've like, identified the gifts that are particularly useful for them, for the task at hand, for, what they want to become, what they want to do. And yeah, probably they've stored away the things that do not serve them so well anymore. And they've moved them to, a storage space. And what is that the client basically gains at the end of this coaching relationship? The client gains autonomy and gains like the goal, the original goal. If they are able to reach their original goals, they are able to become, to reach that ideal, to become somehow the person that they wanted to become. And what is most important for me is that in this specific coaching relationship, which has, a partnership, which is a partnership, coaches allow their clients, actually, sorry, allow is not the best way. Coaches promote their clients to gain like clarity, to broaden their vision, and they reach their goal, and they do this with autonomy. So these are to me the most important aspect of coaching, which therefore are partnership, clarity, vision, and autonomy. And I would like to ask you, my colleagues, which ones are for you the most important, let's say, elements in coaching that you have identified in your practice?
Can repeat again the question, Luce?
Then, I said that in my, building this coaching model and in this presentation and in becoming a coach, I've realized that the elements that are more striking of coaching for me are clarity. Well, besides the fact that coaching is a partnership, they are the clarity that even from the very first session clients gain. Vision, the fact that they really go above and beyond what they would think possible, and autonomy. So partnership, clarity, vision, and autonomy. And so I would like to ask also my peers, what are the elements, the most distinctive elements of coaching for them?
Okay, thank you. What comes to your heart and mind and gut about that?
Thank you, Luce. One thing that comes to me is the partnership piece. Is I think I found through my coaching experiences that sometimes what I find really meaningful, reflected back at me from my client, is how much they appreciate just having a safe kind of space to talk with someone who really listens to what they're saying and is very curious to hear about their experience and really deeply understand them. And I think that's such a beautiful thing that we can offer as coaches, just that partnership and that almost like that care, to another person for them to really feel it. So that's something that really stood out to me from what you've just said.
Thank you.
And we have in the chat, Lucy is also writing, believing in the talents of the client, which is another, big, huge part of coaching. So thank you. Anything else?
I think that I would also like to maybe get back to the question. Slide, and it's like when a client somehow talk about the goal, and as we explore like just the being and not just the goal, and the person and just not the problem, so to speak, which part of yourselves, which part like somehow you expressed by when you decided to become coaches, which part like was the part that somehow you decided it was really meaningful for you, and you said like I will express it in becoming a coach?
Can you repeat the last part, Luce?
Which part of you did you decide to express, to give air and breath, and to, let live and to fulfill when you decided to become a coach?
I think for me, it would be the curiosity, because I would say I'm generally someone who's curious and I ask a lot of questions. But what this ICF approach has taught me is about how to ask questions. That has been the biggest shift for me. So the curiosity is still there, but now I'm able to explore that curiosity in a slightly different way.
You're muted.
We can't hear you, Christina.
Is your presentation still going on, Luce, or is it completed? So maybe I close the recording that we can continue our conversation further on. And thank you for this work, the creativity, the unique approach. As you can see, we can enter into the different corners of coaching from different angles, different perspectives, and actually curiosity, Lydia, is really a fire that can move us and a motivation that can bring to further levels of coaching. So thank you so much. And I'll see you to our next presentations.